Hello friends, my name is Jyoti. I am assistant professor in the Department of Management, School of Management Sciences, Lucknow. Now the topic that I am going to explain you now, that store layout and objectives of good store design. In the earlier classes in the continuation classes of retail management, I have explained earlier about the trade area analysis and the retail location. Means by going through those videos or those lectures of mine, you are able to understand means how you will select a particular location of your store. Means now you are in a state of selecting, or you are in a state of having a decision about the store location, that where you want to locate a store. Means you have just decided about the location, you have taken decision about the location of the store that you want to set up in a particular area. Now this particular topic that I am going to explain right now or in this video lecture is continuation of that. Means after taking decision about the retail location, now the next decision comes after that is store layout, and what can be the objectives or what should be the objective of a good store design. So moving forward to this particular topic, basically layout is what? Layout of a retail store basically communicate about the significant amount of information about the retailer. Means by seeing the layout means simply the appearance or the structure of that particular store, and by as a customer, by seeing that layout, we are able to understand that which type of store this is and which type of merchandise that particular store, this particular store is going to offer to us. Means if we have certain requirement of product category, we have requirement of certain product categories, we just see, we can just analyze or we just take decision about that which type of retail store I have to go by seeing the layout of that particular store. So a retail store layout is basically, whether it is physical or digital, is a strategic use of space to influence the customer experience. State layout is simply the using the physical space of that particular store through which you can attract the customers, and you just give convenience to your customers, so that a customer become happy and gives full time in observing and purchasing the product from your store. Basically the retail store layout is a combination of two important aspects like interior designing and exterior designing. Interior designing, if we talk about the interior or the internal part of that store, and exterior designing means outside the store, means how is the store is looking by how the store is looking from outside. It is all about exterior designing. So interior designing or interior retail store layout has basically two important components like store design and customer flow. Store design is basically the use of strategic floor plans and space management, including the furnitures, the fixtures, the display, the lighting, the signage, the color, etc. There are certain other elements of interior designing under store designs are like scent, music, color. These also play a very important role in making the mood of the customer, in influencing the behavior of the buyer. Suppose if we talk about fixtures, fixtures are basically called the fixtures are those things which are used for keeping the product, so that a customer just whenever a customer comes to your store, he or she get the product. Display means display should be very clear. Means a customer, if a customer is moving in your store, he or she is able to locate the product where that product is has been kept. Lighting, a proper lighting should be there in the store, so that a customer can take an appropriate decision about the product category that he or she wants. And next is color. Color basically makes mood of the customers, somehow signifies the availability of the merchandise. Means being a retailer, you have to very careful while designing, while selecting the choice of the color of your store, that it should be light or it should be bright or it should be bold. It is totally, it can the decision of color is totally based on the type of merchandise or type of the assortment that you are going to the customers. Like next is like some cooling colors like blue or green uses by the retailers to those places or to those areas where a customer needs certain time or customer wants to relax. So, every color has certain significance or certain meaning. So, being a retailer, if you are going to use a particular color, it should be it must be linked with the type of merchandise that you are going to offer to the customers. Next, light basically, obviously I have explained earlier that light basically makes the mood of the customers. Certain retail outlet uses a dim light or a proper light. So, whatever the merchandise you are offering to the customers, according to that you have to select the choice of the light option. And there are certain more aspect under store designing, like the ceiling aspect or the flooring aspect. The flooring means the floor that you are that you have decided about your store. It should not be slippery, it should not be you should not be used that type of material that somehow causes inconvenience to the customers. And flooring must be clean and must be suited to the footpath of the customers. And music, scent, these are also important consideration. Like in some of the outlet we see the loud music of they basically play, that somehow loud music somehow increases the blood circulation in ourselves, and somehow we devote more time, we become active and devote more time, more active in selecting or observing the things that the store is having. So, these are the important consideration under store design. If we talk about interior design of a particular store, means if we talk about interior store design, the elements like furnitures, fixtures, displays, lighting, scent, music, color, signage, these elements come under interior designing or store designing. You should be very careful because these elements play important role in attracting or in luring the customers towards your particular store. The next consideration involved in that is customer flow. Customer flow is basically the behavior or the pattern that the customer is showing in observing or in moving around the store, in selecting a particular merchandise or selecting a particular product. So, that is all about, means customer flow should be very easy, so that a customer can easily locate the product and purchase the product and easily came out from that particular outlet. So, interior designing must be taken care by the retail managers or the store manager while they are taking decision about the interior designing aspect of the particular store. The second part of store layout is that exterior aspect of the store. Exterior layout includes basically the geographical location of the retail store, means that location that you have selected for your store, that must be accessible to the customers. So, and it must be known to the customer. Transportation facility must be available. Means location aspect we have discussed earlier. So, those things must be considered while deciding about the exterior aspect of the store, exterior element of the store. Next is size of the building and length of walkways accessible from the entrance and exit, means what will be the size of the building, either for floor, multi-story or single floor. The whatever the size and length of the walkway, means how many walkways so the customer can use in order to enter and exit from the that particular store. So, you have to decide about these aspects too, so that the customer do not find any hassles in entering the store or while leaving the store. So, you have to be very careful about that. Next is use of furniture and exterior space for people to gather and interact. Use of furniture means if there is a waiting time, you should set up certain furniture so that the customer can easily wait out and just wait for the number, and do not leave the outlet until the shopping is done. Next is style of architecture of the retail building. Obviously, it also plays important role, which type of architect you are going to opt for your retail store, that also plays important role. Somehow if the architect is very good, suppose I am a customer, somehow if I pass towards certain retail store or certain outlets, those are looking very beautiful. So, I cannot stop myself to enter into that particular store if that store is providing a product of my requirement. So, architect plays very important role in attracting the actions of the customers towards the store. So, you should also taken care of the style of architect that you are going to opt for designing your building. Next is color of paint and choice of exterior building material. Color of paint, as I said earlier, that color plays very important role in drawing the attention of the customers, like you can use bright colors, contrast color, or any calm colors. So, whatever the type of merchandise that you are going to offer, as per that you just use the paint of color of paint. And also while taking consideration or taking decision about the color of or the choice of paint, you should be you should take care of the attraction of those colors. Like if you are going to use contrast color, obviously by far the customer is able to see that particular outlet. So, it is totally based on the choice of individual retailer, that which type of color and which type of material that he or she is going to select for that particular retail outlet. Next is design of physical entrance and exterior window display. Means physical entrance, how will be the entry or exit gate, and how is what will be the structure of the window. It should be, that store must be ventilated, so that a customer cannot feel suffocated in while moving around your store, while selecting a particular outlet, or while observing the things that you have kept it out. So, you should taken care of about the physical entrances and the windows of the that particular building that you have decided for setting up your store. So, by being, if you want to set up a store, so you should be very careful about the layout aspect, because as I said earlier that layout basically gives customer a picture about the merchandise, about the objective, or about the retailer, that which type of things that they are carrying out. So, if you want to set up a store, if you want to offer certain product categories to customers, and also if you want to cater or attract more and more customers towards your store, so you should taken care of these two elements, and you have to keep a balance between these two. Means the interior part is as important as exterior aspect. So, you have to keep a balance between these two. Means these two elements are equally important, equally play important role in attracting customer. So, you should taken care of all the elements of the interior store layout or the exterior layout. So, moving forward, the next question come into the mind, that how many types of store layout. These are basically the types of store layout, like grid store layout, racetrack or loop plan, angular store layout, geometric store layout, and the last one is free flow store layout. Now, in the next later slide, we will discuss, I will just try to make you people understand about these different types of store layout. The first layout is grid store layout. As very well understood in the by seeing the picture that is in the slide, that obviously we have seen this particular type of stocking or displaying the product. Means this layout is basically most commonly used in a store layout, and used in generally supermarkets, drugstore and many big box retail stores, and it is used when a store carry up lots of products. Generally if a store is offering different types of merchandise or different assortment to the customers, so this particular layout can be used. And when a retailer wants to maximize the space, means if the retailer wants to utilize the space up to a maximum level, then this particular layout can be used by the retailer, as very well seen in the layout or in the picture, that the things or the assortment are being kept on in a row in like a grid. A customer can easily move out around the store and observe the things, whatever the things have been kept in the store, or accordingly he or she can observe, select and purchase the required product. Next is racetrack or loop plan. Racetrack is basically, it is like a racetrack, like we are able to see retailer wants in this type of layout, basically the whatever the retailer wants to make a move of customers, accordingly the customer make the move in that particular store accordingly. If the store is selling a product that customer wants to browse, touch, look at, then the racetrack or the loop layout is one of the important or one of the layout that the retailer can use for them. Customer follow a prescribed path through the merchandise and the experience. It is the way the retailer wants to be seen. Means it is just like a racetrack where a customer starts from here, he or she walks around and around and observe the things, whatever the things have been kept, and whatever the price and whatever the merchandise, which how many types of varieties are available in that particular category. So, he or she can check it out and observe and accordingly move around, very easy move around in the store, find the required product, purchase the product and came out from that particular product. Means racetrack is a type of layout in which a customer is basically customer is having a track, has been given a track on which he or she has to run. While running or while walking, he or she can observe the things, what things have been kept on the shelves or on the display, just see or just analyze, just evaluate the availability of different merchandise, accordingly select and then purchase the required one. Next is angular store layout. As in the picture, we are very able to see that different angles, means this store layout consists of curves and angles. As in the picture, we are able to see that different curves and angles are there to give us sophisticated vibes, and it looks very sophisticated. Means the layout basically shows a sophistication, portray a sophistication of goods, and also it attracts to the customers who need certain sophistication or sophistication of using certain product and assortment. The angular store layout relies on curved walls and corners, rounded merchandise display and other curved fixtures to manage the customer flow. Means the certain angles are used for holding the product or stocking the product, and certain angles are used for deciding the movement of the customers, means how the customer will move in this particular layout, of the store. And obviously sophistication word is involved in this particular layout. So, luxury stores means those stores which offers luxurious items, specialty products, or basically those type of products are being used while using this particular layout. Specialty products basically are those products which are very special in nature, as name itself refers, and unique in characteristics. So, these unique characteristics of the specialty product needs certain sophistication, certain display of sophistication to the customers. So, luxury stores, those who are offering specialty product or luxurious products, they can use this particular layout to the customers. Next is geometric store layout. Means name itself refers that a layout which use which uses basically different geometric signs, angles, and for making or for deciding the design of the particular store. As we are able to see in that there are certain squares and rectangles and rounds and circles are used. Basically these are the geometrical figures, and these are used in order to hold the product and to display the merchandise or and deciding the path of the customers for movement. So, this particular layout is a type of layout which includes wall angles, support, columns, and different ceiling style mix. Merchandise displays and fixtures of various geometrical shapes and sizes combine to make a statement, often as an extension of retailer's overall brand identity. Means in the picture we are able to see that there are certain and there are some usage of geometrical signs like circle and squares and rectangle in order to hold or in order to portray the identification of the retail outlet to the customers. So, whenever a customer entered into your store, by seeing this these particular type of outlet, a customer just able to understand which type of assortment or which type of product category that this particular layout or this particular retailer is offering to us. And generally clothing and apparel store use a variety of environmental merchandising strategy, because if we talk about clothing and apparel, there it plays important role, like certain elements play important role like music, scent, and light. Very important role plays these are played by these elements. So, by using this particular layout and by the layout, the elements like music or the light can also be used properly in order to enhance the customer experience, in order to motivate the customer or in order to make customers happy. So, it is one of the layout which somehow used by clothing and apparel stores by using the elements of the interior design, and this particular layout gives a proper space, a maximum space to the retail store manager, that he or she can use a proper or maximum use of that space by using different angles or different shapes of geometry. Next is free flow store layout. Free flow name itself refers that a layout which gives freedom to the customers to flow around the store. Means this layout can be anything the retailer wants to be, in any shape, in any place, and there are no specific design rules followed for this particular store design, because this layout because of the name of the layout free flow, and customers have more liberty to interact with merchandise and navigate on their own. Means free flow, as I told earlier, that this particular layout gives freedom to whom? To customers, and for what? To flow around, means to move around the store in any manner, in any way, because there is no any systematic or a closed or a pre-described manner in which a customer has to walk or a customer has to move. Basically, here in this type of layout, if a store is using or adopting that store is giving flexibility or the freedom to the customers, that they can move around anywhere in the store, they can go, they do not have to follow a particular set of rules, a particular set of flow that the retailer wants to be in the same manner, as we have seen in the racetrack, that the customer follow in the same way as the retailer has decided or the retailer has the formed in that particular store. But in this type of layout, there is no such foundation or there is no such any regulation. There is basically freedom to the freedom word has been, or the freedom is given to the customers to flow or to move around the store in any manner. They can they just feel free to navigate, to observe, to see the product categories that the store has, and they have also liberty to select the stock or the merchandise as per the requirement, as per the interest, as per the availability of the time. Means they can devote ample time in observing, in devoting, because there is no any such traffic, and there is no as such lack of space, so that a customer cannot stand even. So, there is lots there is liberty to the customers that they can devote ample amount of time in this particular outlet, and accordingly they can devote they can devote time in observing, in selecting and in purchasing the thing. So, this particular layout is very easy and it can be used in any shape or any type of place. So, these are basically the types of layout. I hope you people are able to understand the type of store layout is that the store layout like grid store, racetrack, angular store layout, geometric and free flow. By seeing the picture, in fact, the picture that have been mentioned in the slide, that we must have seen the type of layout that mentioned under every layout, that very easy to understand the type of layout by seeing the picture. And one more thing covered under this PPT, in that objectives of the good store design, means one of the topic that you have to study in the units of retail management is that what can be the objectives or what should be the objective of the good store design. Means if a store wants to cater, if a store wants to attract more and more customers, then what can be the objective, what should be the objective for being a good store. So, the first objective should be like that, to guide the customer around the store and in times increases purchase. Obviously, store design means the interior and the exterior, the overall appearance of the store, the physical structure of the store, means that physical structure of the store should be like that. It guides the customers that how can he or she can move around in that particular store, and how and they can fulfill their requirement by purchasing any product of their own requirement of as per the expectation. The second one is to create balance between sales and shopping space. Obviously, store design should be like that, it keeps a balance between the sale and, means whatever the space, because in retail space plays important role, whatever the space you have holded for stocking a particular product, that gives you amount of money. So, there must be a balance between these two aspects, mean the proper balance between the space and the sales, means how you are going to utilize space, that give you that will resultant in the proper sales that you as a retailer wants. So, there must be a balance. The next is to create effective merchandising presentation. Obviously, while working on the interior or the exterior design of the particular store, you must be able to present or portray the merchandise that you are offering to the customers very effectively, so that a customer can easily locate or easily find the required product if your store is offering to them. And next is use multi-level to provide sense and variety. Multi-level means a store is basically being a store being a retailer, you should keep focus on store designing that by providing different product categories or by providing a sense to the customers, because whenever a customer enters into your store, by seeing the interior design of your or exterior designing of your store, he or she is having a sense that which type of variety or what variety this particular store is giving to us. So, while designing or while taking decision about a store design, these things should be considered. And if we talk about objectives of the good store design, so being a retailer, you should keep focus on pay attention on these things, that a store design must fulfill these particular objectives or these particular criterias. And if you want to gather more information, you just go through these references, and thank you, students.